Let's make it 30 or so people.
Okay, guys. Angles. Okay. Please fill out your please fill out your heading. What is going to be vitally important for your success in this class now that your quiz is going to be open note? Not only do you take good notes, but the thing that Mr. Bennett had issues with when he was an 8th grader, you have to keep up with them and stay organized, okay? If you are not already putting them in your folder that we started in the first week of school, you are behind, okay? Take some time this week to make sure you get organized with your notes if you haven't already, okay? If you have notes that are incomplete, Eli, then you want to make sure that you go and watch the videos that are online, right? Right? Don't have a seizure. Just shake your head yes. Okay, there we go. Okay, topic. Advanced shapes. What class is it? B2. Okay, we'll get there someday. It's all right.
No, it's 8:15.
I'm still working on that. Okay, an angle is formed by two what? Anybody know? Yes, but lines are infinite, okay? So we don't necessarily have an infinite line because they're meeting, right? So they are two rays. Okay? The common endpoint is called the vertex. Okay? The rays, once joined together, are now called sides. The angle is what the rays create. Okay? So if we look at A, B, and C, okay, we are using A, B, and C, okay, to name the angle. So we're using how many letters? 3. Okay, the middle letter must always represent the vertex. Okay, so order is or is not important? Is. Okay? Man, I feel like I haven't taught y'all a lesson in forever. I've missed so much school. Okay, types of angles. This is acute angle. Yeah. Okay, less than what? 90 degrees. Okay, so if this one is acute angle, this one is fat people can still be cute. Okay. Fat cats are cute? I would agree with that if I thought any cats were cute. Sacrilege. Okay, what is the next one? Right. Equal to 90. Okay, and then the last one. We would refer to it as just a straight angle, which is equal to what?
0.
It's not 0.
180.
It's not 0
There's
at
a
all.
0, but there's a 1/8 in front of the 0, making it 180. You're 1/3 right.
It's true. This is the beginning half of the unit circle, which is something you will learn all about once you get to trig. Okay. Name the vertex of the angle in example 1. Oh, y'all are answering. I thought you were just saying okay. Okay. Oh dear.
Okay, I'll let A.
Name the sides of the angle.
Joel.
Jail. KJL.
Okay, KJ and what?
L.
KJ and KL.
Cole. JK.
Jug and Pool. I like Joel.
Billy.
Okay, here are 3 ways that you can name the angle. Okay, we can name it JKL with the angle sign in front. We can name it LKJ. And the other one is just angle K. Okay, so classify this angle. What does that mean? Is it cute? It's obtuse. Okay, let's look at example 2. Go ahead and do that one on your own. It does. Looks like half of one. Yeah. We're missing home plate.
Actually, I think we're missing second base.
Home plate is not shaped like that, so that would have to be second base. Did you say false? I coached baseball for 3 years, you know that, right? What's that?
I played baseball like 3 years ago.
Nice.
There
There you go.
I played baseball. I played T-ball now.
So home plate would have to look like that, right? Okay. Hopefully, we would say yes. Okay, what's the name of vertex A? Angle. Vertex of the angle. Sorry. S. Okay. Name the sides. SR and ST. Yes.
So if we put our S dot count.
So when we are working with angles, Rocco, let's start with the vertex. So work your way out. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay. I probably wouldn't count it wrong, but I probably would correct it. Okay? So try and work your way towards just using the vertex. C. Give 3 ways to name the angle.
RST, TSR, X. Why do you have
Classify,
right?
which means it's how many degrees? Okay. Congruent angles.
They're the same.
Okay, if the measure of angle A equals the measure of angle B, then the angles are congruent. Okay, so this is written as angle A is congruent. Let me write that better. Angle B. Yes. What would we call that in Spanish? It starts with a T. There we go. Hey, that's what it looks like. Okay, any questions so far?
I don't know, but still keep it there because I still need to.
Yeah, you're good.
I just broke my leg. I'm so sorry.
You apologizing to the lead, or? Oh, you should hear the pre-algebra recordings. Yeah, I've had to edit out a lot of stuff. Okay, angle bisector. This was a vocab word. Remembering it means you knew it in the first place.
It's a ray.
Nice.
It's an angle that is bisected.
Okay, so let's look at angle bisector. A ray that divides an angle into two
Equal.
congruent angles. Okay, so in the diagram to the right, you have ray BD. Okay, ray BD is an angle bisector. Therefore, here, let's think for a second, okay? Because we're getting into
Or angle ABC is an angle.
Guys, shut your mouth hole.
No.
okay. What? Eli, what? Nothing. I was only staring at you for 45 seconds trying to get you to pay attention. Proud of you. Okay. Geometry is full of rules and proofs, and if this, then this. Okay? So this is one of those. So if BD is an angle bisector, okay, what does that mean for ABD and DBC or CBD?
It means that it's confusing.
They're
Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, so you have angle ABD, which has to be congruent to angle DBC. Now you could put angle CBD. Okay, the B just needs to be in the middle because it's the vertex. Okay. So does that make sense? If you have an angle bisector, that means that the two new angles that it kind of creates have to be congruent. Okay. Perpendicular lines. Two lines that intersect. Okay. At a what angle? Okay. The symbol for perpendicular is?
It's the
Upside down.
Yeah.
O. No, it's not an O.
In the diagram to the right, okay, we have, so I'm going to use cursive L, okay, because don't worry about it. It's just, yeah, I know, I'm super fancy. Okay, so, what? This is a cursive L. Okay. So, in the diagram to the right, okay, you have line L, which is perpendicular to line M. Okay, lines are represented as capital letters or lowercase letters. Lowercase.
Not know how to do M in cursive?
I mean, that's basically an M in cursive.
I don't remember cursive.
Oh, you make your eyes like line.
What's that?
You make your lines like L, eyes, like
A capital?
yeah.
Seventh grade students with the last name Q through S, please go to the gym.
Ours is, I do like lines.
For which one?
I do lines.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Perpendicular bisector. A line, segment, or ray perpendicular to a segment at its midpoint. Okay. In the diagram to the right, you have a line LM, which is a perpendicular bisector to PQ.
No,
Okay, so let's look at example 3. Okay, write another name for angle CBF.
Angle FBC.
FBC.
Angle FBC. Okay. B, name the sides of angle EBD. Angle EB and angle. What's that? No, you can put BE.
It's bad and classify ABC.
BBC.
Okay, see if you can finish C through F on your own. Okay, C through F is up on the board, so you can check yourself. Okay, so let's talk some. Let's use some deductive reasoning right here. Okay, so I put BD as a perpendicular bisector. Is that the only one?
Yeah.
No, perpendicular is a plus sign. So
What do we think?
act.
Yay or nay for the only one?
Nay.
Yay. Yay.
So if we're saying nay, what other ones would we say could be a perpendicular bisector? AC. So we're saying AC is bisecting BD.
What are we saying?
So let's say BD went all the way across. Then it would for sure be, correct? Okay.
But it doesn't.
But it's not bisecting BD. Okay. So EF. What are we saying that it's bisecting? It does look like it is bisecting. Well, it's not actually bisecting. That's a different rule. It's not perpendicular because it's not creating a right angle, right? Okay. So that is the kind of the big key for making it a perpendicular bisector. Okay. Any other questions on this one before we move on? That's a good question. Not one I can answer. I would like for you to try and do example 4 on your own. You're welcome. Okay, your solutions for example 4 are up here. Okay, if we're looking at vertex 2, okay, we're kind of just zeroing in on this central point right here, which is T. Yes. And then name the sides of angle 4. Okay, you've got TW and TZ. Another name for angle 3. Okay, could be ZTU, UTZ. Okay, could also just do angle T. Okay. What was that number? That was letter C. D, write another name for angle 1. Okay, you've got YTX or XTY. Classify angle YTW as right. F is obtuse. G is acute. H is straight. What's up, Rocco?
Isn't that why it's supposed to be capital
Where are we at?
on
Yeah, that's more a me thing. I write my cap. All I do for my Y's. The difference is I just write them like that. So, but yes,
Yeah, but your mind does tell you.
it should be like that. You are right. Okay. Rocco, gold star. You're welcome. There we go. Okay, and then angle bisector is TU. Okay, any questions on naming or classifying angles? Okay, let's move on to the next notes.
What happens if you create a diagram of every single one of the angles?
Nope, you don't like.
I don't know.
What if you create a diagram with 27 points?
You'd probably have to start going like AA, BB.
Dang it. What happened with the one after what comes after?
Owen's not giving me my pencil back.
You'd probably start going like AAB, ABA, that kind of stuff. Okay.
So we can eventually just get up to like your right.
Yeah. Very confusing. Okay, if you want to combine these together staple-wise later, that's up to you. If you just want to put these in there together, once you put them in your notebook, that is fine too. I can't spell advanced. Okay, now we are working on the angle addition postulate. Okay, so now we are not just looking, we are going to have to do some math. Okay, so, yeah, I know. If D is in the interior of ABC, then the angle addition postulate would say that angle ABD plus angle DBC would equal what? Would equal angle ABC. Okay, so what we're saying, if we look at ABD, that's this over here. Okay, so you got angle 1, and then you've got angle 2 right here. The angle addition postulate just says if we do 1 plus 2, it's going to equal the big angle. Okay, that's all it's stating.
I was right. 1 plus 2 does equal
Okay,
3.
so let's look at some examples. We're going to use, please. We're going to use the diagram below, okay, to answer questions 1 and 2. So if we've got the measure of angle ABD is 48, okay, and the measure of angle DBC is 78. What is the angle of M? What is the measurement of angle ABD? Sorry, I said ABD. ABC. 126. Okay. You do angle ABD, which is 48, plus the measure of angle DBC, which is 78, equals 126. Okay.
Hold on, down here, equals 119.
What's that?
On the second one, it says that equals 119.
We're changing the numbers. Arrest me. Okay, number 2. If the measure of angle DBC is 74 and the measure of angle ABC is 119, what is the measure of angle ABD? Say 145? 45. How do we get that? Yeah. Okay, so now we're starting with, okay, I should have written this differently. So now we're starting with this angle, okay, ABC is how much? 119. Okay, and then we're going to take away our angle DBC, which is 74. So how much is angle ABD? 45.
I think it's 44 actually. 44.9. I think it's 44.49.
Okay, we good? Okay. Let's
Any seventh grade teachers who would like their picture taken, please go to the gym, and eighth graders A through B.
No.
A
Yeah, I'm in the team. I'll be outside, so I don't. You're at right for your team.
Okay. Let's keep going. So let's look at number 3. Okay. If the measure of angle PQR equals 141, find each measure. Okay. So now we are looking for a few different things. Okay. What are we bringing in now? The numbers. Algebra. Okay. We're bringing in some algebra.
Why do we have X in here?
Angles and X don't go together.
Okay. So angle PQR equals how much? 141. Okay. How do we add up our other two angles to get 141? We take the angle of PQS, okay, which is this one right here. So we've got 13x plus 4 plus the angle of SQR, which is 10x minus 11. And now what does this look like?
Easier. Way easier.
That parentheses tricked me. Thank you. Gold star, Olivia. I have to go buy them. Okay. Thank you. So now we just solved the equation. Okay. So you need to combine like terms and find x.
Eli, what's 130?
It's like 6. It's 6 something. What's 6? 6!
Yeah, let's go. I did everything but the last one.
I messed up on my math.
Okay. So after you solve through, okay, you should hopefully get x equals 6. Interesting. Now How do we get the two angle measurements?
You plug in the 6.
You do. What do you plug it in for, Owen?
X.
X. Yes, you plug it in for X. Okay. So the measure of angle PQS, okay, is going to equal 13x plus 4.
82.
So 13 times 6 plus 4. 82. Is that what we came out to?
I think. From my head.
No.
Should be.
Yeah. It's so
Then you also do the measure of angle SQR, which is going to be
That's 59.
10x minus 1.
No, it's 7.
So 10 times 6 minus 1 should be 59. Okay, I would like for you to try and do we don't need to do all of these. So let's do number 4 and number 6. Number 4 and number 6. And then we will go on to the last section. Four and 6. You still have the choice.
No, he doesn't. No. When it punching your elbow, which is not part of your body. Yeah. That's part of my body.
I could just move Eli.
No, that's a terrible idea. He's primary.
Who said that? Franklin?
Yeah, Franklin. Just switch with Soren. The calculator's upside down. Calculator.
Okay, I'll put 4 up here so you can check yourself. Don't look up till you're ready.
Maybe look up.
You're welcome.
I'm not. When I told not to look up, I looked up and there's nothing there. I'm not ready, but I looked up and there's nothing there. Come on. It's not going to be a normal number. Can all 8th grade students with the last name C through E please go to the gym?
What's up?
Can I use the calculator?
Yeah.
No. How is it good? It's 1.4. Did I do it wrong?
Okay, I'll leave number 4 up there for a little bit.
It is 10.
Then you can check yourself.
It is. Where did I mess up? What did I do with that? Oh, I know. I got 5. Because I wrote the equation. The answer is 1.4. No, it's not.
On this first part right here.
Yeah, but what do you think?
So it's talking about, you just got to make sure you know which angles we're talking about. Sometimes it'll be adding the 2 small ones together. Sometimes it'll start us out with the big one. And so that's what this one was, is DEF, which is DEF. So I know that if I add this angle and this angle together, it'll give me the big one. So that's kind of what we did on the first one, right? We did the smaller angle plus the smaller angle gives us the bigger angle. Okay. So since we're starting with the bigger angle, that's why I put that right there. And then equals the smaller angle DEG plus the measure of angle GEF, which it just told us was 20. Okay? Okay. Okay, again, after you do 4, for those of you that maybe just came back in, do number 6 as well.
7 plus 6?
I can only do it if the numbers are both less than 7.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go to number 6. If you still need number 4, I'll go back up later. Okay, and you can.
I can't stop thinking about that now. The similarities on that one were so uncanny.
I think I broke the bottle.
Bro.
Thank you. I made
Thank you for the how is it fine? Wait, how is it fine?
It's 23 yet. Oh,
Oh, I knew it. That's why I said I was so smart. I figured out, oh, yes, dude. Oh, my gosh.
You're left arm in my area. You're left-handed.
Oh, yeah, me too. There's blue here. Ew. So? Who threw that? didn't fix it. That's like, whenever you're partying with it.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what?
Probably. We're almost done. Then you can. Okay. Here is number 6. Okay, so this one you had to just be able to recognize. Okay, first that DEF is a straight angle, okay, which would measure out to how many? 180 degrees. Okay, so DEG plus FEG or GEF would come out to 180. Once you found that X was 5, you just plug them back in. Okay, that gives you 112 and 68, which add up to 180. Okay, last one I want to look at is, let's please look at number 10. I want you to try it first. Okay, so as we start to look at these diagrams that have more lines and segments and rays and a bunch of different angles kind of intersecting each other, okay, marking your angles yourself is a good way to keep track of it. Okay, so you know that if BD bisects CBE, it creates 2 congruent angles, right? Hopefully we know that. Okay, so mark those angles, okay, with just a little, if I could draw better, it would be easier for you to look at. Okay, so I'm going to mark angle CBD with one little angle marker, and I'm going to do one angle marker on DBE as well to show that those are similar. Okay, if those were different angles, then I would mark CBD with just 1 and DBE with 2. Okay, something like that, so that you can keep track of which angles that you know should measure out equally. Okay, finish number 10. Okay, I'll start putting it up here so you can check yourself whenever you're ready.
Alright guys, I did it. Whew, that was so time to plug in.
That is not the answer.
Okay, what is the answer? So somebody
Are they outside?
guys, it's 94.
90.
Really?
Hold on.
That's
One 148.
I'm sorry, you already did it.
148.
And I showed my work too.
Yeah, so it's
I got X, but
I sure did.
Can you explain how you got there?
Yes.
I understand how you get X.
That's okay. Okay, so let's look at it together, please. If
Where did you get the 7x?
if ray BD bisects CBE, okay, and then you have ray BC is perpendicular to BA, so it creates a right angle. Okay, the measure of angle CBD, which is this one right here, and the measure of angle CBD is going to equal 3x plus 25. Okay, and then you have the measure of angle DBE, which is 7x minus 19. We are looking for a BD, correct? Okay, so first we need to find x. Okay, we know that CBD and DBE equal each other because they were bisected. Okay, because they were bisected, we know they equal each other. So we set 3x plus 25 equal to 7x minus 19. That should give us x equals 11. Are we good up to that point? Okay. Now, the measure of angle CBD is 3x plus 25. So we plug x in for, plug x in as what? 11.